Alright kids, good morning.
To math class with Mr. Odugbesan. Yes, we'll be having a wonderful day together. So let's have the topic for today, which is changing fractions to decimals. So today I want us to carefully look at these two terms, fractions and decimals. So because we'll be converting between them, changing from fraction to decimal. But before we begin, now what is a fraction? What is a decimal? A fraction is a part of a whole. Example, 4/7, 2/3, 4/5. Now, this, we have two parts in the fraction. We have the top part, which is the numerator, then the bottom part, the denominator. Now, when you take the portion of the total number, which is 7, if you take a part of 7, let's say you have 5 apples now, and you're picking 2 out of them. Now, that 2 you're picking is your numerator. Now, the apples, in the total apples is 5. So, picking 2 out of 5 is now a fraction, because you've taken 2 of 5, so you have 2/5. So that's a fraction now, because you've taken a part of the whole. So that's how we explain that definition of what a fraction is anyway. So for a decimal is a number that is separated by a decimal point. Now we have two parts now, the whole part and the decimal part, which is examples like numbers like 0.2, 2.3, 1.5, 44.7. Any number with a decimal point is a decimal number. So let's move to class topper. Now today we'll be converting rather from fractions to decimals, and we'll be starting with fractions with the denominator of 100, 10, and so on. So changing fraction to decimal. So changing fraction to decimal, we start with 1. We have 12/100. This is a fraction. Now today I said we'll be doing fractions with parts of 10. Fractions like 10, 100, 1000, and so on. So in this case now, to change this fraction to a decimal, we'll write the fraction down here. Then what we'll do is count. I mean, if it's a number like 100, how many zeros we have here? We have 2 zeros here. Then we count, put a decimal point at the back. For every number without decimal point, the decimal number is always at the back of the number. So if the number is an whole number like 12, 7, 2, make sure the decimal point is starting from the back. So let's move. We have two numbers here, 2 zeros here, so we'll be going back twice. 1, 2. So in this case we have point here, then we put our 0 here. So that will be 0.12. Now we do this because for division we are going to the left, multiplication we are going to the right. So that's that for that. We converted it to an example is having 175/1000. So in that case I have 175. So I'm moving back 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So here I put my decimal here. I have 0.175. Simple as that. Now let me give one last example. Let's say I have now I have 12.5 divided by 100. So in this case here, 12.5 over 100, that gives me 12.5. My point is already there, so I'm not putting the point at the back now. So I'm going back twice. 1, 2. So I have here 0.125. It's as simple as that. Now let's move from decimal to fraction now. From decimal to fraction. Now, an example, let's say 1/2. Let's change 1/2 to fraction. Now, how we go by this is when we are converting a number. Let's say, okay, let me not do that. Since I said let's work with numbers with 100, 10, and that. So let's do that. Let's have 0.2. That's a decimal. So let's move this to fraction now. So we have this 0.2 to fraction. We have 0.2. Then we'll move from the point backward. So we're doing the opposite of what we've done here. So let's go. Move it here. So to the end of the number. So we have 2 over. How many times did we move? Move once. That will be 10. And kids, 2 can still divide 10, so we can't leave our answer this way. So 2 here, 1, 2 here, 5. So 0.2 is 1/5. Another example is when we have 0.52. 0.52. Now, in this case here, we have our 0.52. Then we move the decimal point to the end of the number. So let's go 1, 2. So we have 52. How many times did we move? Twice. That will be 2 zeros. Then we can still divide here. In this case, because 2 can go in both of them. So 2 here is 26. Then 2 here is 50. 2 can still go again. 2 here is 13. 2 here is 25. So our answer is 13 over 25 is our fraction. So kids, you can do that. Keep practicing. Take other numbers as well. Practice, and you would understand better what fractions and decimal is all about. Thank you very much. That was the end of this class. Have a nice day ahead. Bye.